What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day, Gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel, and today I'm coming at you with the Video Games Monthly Unboxing. That's already been unboxed. What's up with that? So, I really like to do my VGM unboxings from strange and unique locations. But it's cold, it's been rainy, it's been windy, and that makes for bad filming outside. So we're in the game room, not so bad. I also like to usually, almost always, do them blind, but as you can see, this one has already been opened. Because Angry Baby knows what the package looks like when it comes in, and he knows that there's video games in it. I was planning on filming, so I had sliced it open because he's been sitting on my lap. Thought that'd be a smart parenting thing to do, not have a sharp knife. And I didn't film because it was crappy out, and he opened it. So the surprise has been ruined. For me. But not for you. This is quite possibly, my favorite box that I've ever gotten. That doesn't contain Nintendo NES games. This box here has 2 games in it. I subscribe for the 3 game box, but usually I only get 1 game like every other month because I work with them at completing my Nintendo Entertainment System collection, and it's tough for me to find games through them that I need because I'm over 600 games. They're basically only heavy hitters left, so blah blah blah. Wishlist games. This box has 2 wishlist games in it, and they're banging. I don't think I've ever done an unboxing when I knew what the games were before. Because the surprise is really part of it for me. I love the surprise. But it's been ruined. That doesn't make it not awesome. Because this first game for the Super Nintendo is, dare I say, it is a hidden gem. Nobody talks about this game. And it's banging. And it's cheap. And you've never played it. But that game is Wolfchild. Wolfchild! Yeah, I'm going ahead and saying that Wolfchild is a hidden gem for the Super Nintendo. Nobody talks about this game, and I'm not sure why. It's awesome. Look, just check out the graphics, right? This game is 80s as all can be, but it's also 90s. The enter on the lightning, that's pretty 90s there. So Wolfchild has this ghost lion vibe for me. I mean, check out your character, right? I think they molded him off the lead singer of Whitesnake. I'm gonna say that Wolfchild, you play as the lead singer of Whitesnake. Check it out. It's got the outfit. That's a pretty 80s rocker outfit for sure. The hair. Obviously the hair. He's got a rockin' mullet there, but look, it flows in the wind. And a fantastic touch is that when you go backwards, it flows forward. The hair flows with the wind. When you run, it really goes back. That is a nice touch. But so, your character, he is badass. There's this game mechanic where you transform into a wolf, but that doesn't matter at all because I like being the lead singer of Whitesnake, to be honest. When you're the wolf, you're a lot more powered up, so it is more fun to play with the wolf. I'll admit it, but the music in this game is fantastic, banging. It's not actually Whitesnake, but it's still pretty good. The graphics are fantastic. I mean, the enemies so far have been a little lackluster, but they still look good. The controls are just fine. They don't stand out, but they also don't suck. The gameplay is just okay. I haven't, I've played the game for about an hour. I got through a few levels, but it's not super smooth. It's not too tough, but I don't know. There's a lot of parts where you like have to get hit and it slows you down, or you can't just guerrilla your way through it and just blast forward, guns blazing. That doesn't always work. You gotta kind of strategize at some parts because it doesn't have unlimited continues. Your continues are limited. And that's, it is what it is. Obviously, we'd all like to have unlimited continues, but that doesn't make the game better. Stage 3 was as far as I got. Different environments in each stage. You've got really cool touches aside from the hair. Like real good backgrounds, foregrounds, you don't see that a lot. Rain was a really nice touch. That looks cool. It's pretty impressive. There's some big boss battles. The first one's at mode 7. That was pretty cool. I like that a lot. All in all, so far, Wolfchild has been a definite surprise for me. Now, I had randomly heard about it on someone's hidden gem list. So I checked out a quick video, liked it, added it to my wish list, and it finally came in one of my boxes, which was very nice. Wolfchild to me is a definite hidden gem. It's got a massive 80s vibe via the lead singer of Whitesnake. So you know back in the day gamers all about it. I'm definitely sticking with Wolfchild being a hidden gem on the Super Nintendo, so you can expect back in the day gamer to be covering some more of this fantastic game. It's cheap too, cheap. The next game in my box is not particularly cheap. And it's in the case. But before we bust it out, and you're like, how did that game come in this box? It's in pretty rough shape. So that definitely kicks the value down, but that's okay. Because they contacted me, and I said yes. It's on my wish list, you know, but Sega Genesis games, it's Sega Genesis. I don't want a Sega Genesis game unless it's in the clamshell. So they hit me up, and they said, got this game. We know you want them in the clamshell, you know, but blah, 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 it's in rough shape. I said, yes. Yes, I want it. So keep that in mind. I'm happy with the shape it's in, and I'm really happy with the game. That's why this box is a banger. You don't know yet, because I haven't busted it out, but here it comes. A game that I absolutely hated on the Super Nintendo, but liked it on the Genesis. Therefore, that's why it was on the list, and it came in. Can you guess? Can you guess? If you watch my channel, you heard me complaining about this on the Super Nintendo. Battletoads Double Dragon. I absolutely despise this game on the Super Nintendo. I think it plays terribly. The graphics aren't very good. It's just the controls suck. It totally ruined it. And aside from here and there when I purge the collection because there's no more room and I got games that I want, I need some more to put them, I almost never get rid of games. Almost never, because I collect games. But I got rid of this one because I was so pissed at the controls. I couldn't get far at all. It's just choppy gameplay. Hated it. Back in the day gamer is a Nintendo fanboy all the way. Like, I'm first and foremost Nintendo. Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I like the Genesis, sure. I like the Master System, absolutely. But there are rare instances when I like a Sega game better than a Nintendo game. And I really like this a lot more than the Nintendo game. Super Nintendo. Not only are the graphics better, I think the sound is better, but the gameplay is where it's at. I mean, if the gameplay on the Super Nintendo version was good, sure, it would have been a fine game. But it sucked. It was terrible. I hated it. Never want to play it again. That's why I got rid of it. But on the Genesis, it's way smoother. It's still Battletoads. You know, Battletoads on the Nintendo. It's not my favorite game. Yeah, it's really hard, but the gameplay is a little choppy, so it's not the difficulty that I don't like as much, it's the gameplay. So the Genesis game is much smoother. It's still a little bit choppy because it's Battletoads. Whoever made it that way, but it's much smoother. Hate the Super Nintendo version. Hate it. The Nintendo game is just fine. It's hard, sure, I haven't really gotten that far. I do want to beat it. It's on my list. But the Genesis version of Battletoads Double Dragon is smooth. I like it a lot. I had a lot of fun playing it. And once again, it has limited continues, which doesn't make it bad, but it's going to make it a whole hell of a lot tougher to beat. I got through 3 or 4 stages. Not really a problem. I don't know how hard it will be to get past those stages with limited continues, but I'm having fun, so I'm not going to give up. I don't want to give up. I'm having fun playing it. I like this game. It's good. It's not fantastic. It's more fun to play than Wolfchild. But Wolfchild, I don't know, I can't say which I like better. I have to put more time into each of them. But I definitely like them both, and I look forward to putting a lot more time into each of these games. Now, you know what else I like? Video Games Monthly. Like I said, this wasn't a surprise. It was to you because you didn't know, you don't live here, but I really like opening this box. That's, I can't say the most fun part, because the most fun is obviously playing the video games. But, you know, yeah, these games were on my wish list, but so were dozens of other games. And when they contacted me, I didn't know that meant this was coming in the box. I just knew it was a possibility. And Wolfchild I had put on there ages ago, so I had no idea that was coming. But 2 banging games in one box. Like I said, I usually only get like 1 game because we've been through it. But a couple of boxes ago, or last box, whatever, I got 2 NES games in one box. That blew me away. It was, I forget. You have to watch the video. The Mike Tyson's Power Punch was one of the games, and another game was another games. That was a great box. I liked it a lot. I love Nintendo, which, when I say Nintendo, NES. But it was a real treat to get 2 Nintendo games in one box, and I'm sure that'll never happen again, because there's no more games under $30 that I need. So the days of getting multiple NES games in my VGM box are sadly over. But that doesn't mean I'm still not really enjoying it, because I am. Because I really enjoy these 2 games, and it came in my box. VGM! Boom! I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. And even more than that, I'm going to enjoy playing these games. And I think I'm going to play Wolfchild right now. That's the one I'm going to throw back in. So I really want to see what else that game has to offer. Because, yeah, have you played Wolfchild? I'm guessing that almost no one in the comments are going to say, yeah, I played Wolfchild. Because that's what I'm guessing. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And until next time, YouTube, keep it retro! Thumbnail!